Hey train friends, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Industrial Railroad and the Horseshoe Curve. Today we'll be reviewing this awesome Pennsylvania VISIONLINE stock car. And just so you know ahead of time, this stock car came in the Pennsylvania FM Trainmaster freight set, and it was not available for purchase separately, so the only way to acquire one of these Pennsylvania VISIONLINE stock cars was to buy the set. I will be reviewing the entire set in its full entirety after this video, but today I wanted to do just the stock car and show all the features of the stock car because it deserves its own video. Alright, so we'll start off by looking at the bottom of the car. So you can see here there are two pickup rollers, and there is a sensor here, so it will sense when the car is moving to produce the sounds and the scraping effects. And then you have your run and program switch right here, and then just below it you have the maximum and the minimum sound switch, and then you can see the cutouts right here for the speaker, and right here is your master volume level, so you can turn it down from the car. You can also turn it down from the legacy remote, which I'll demonstrate shortly. Now if you put this car in the minimum sounds, you'll only get the rail sounds and the quilling cow option. If you put it in maximum, it gives you other options for sounds and special effects that we'll go over here shortly. But you can also see there's a lot of nice detailing underneath the car, and this looks great. Alright, so looking straight at the car now on the tracks, you can see there is a lot of detail in this car with the wood planks and the sheathing. And there's this nice plaques that stand out with the wording on them. And then you have a nice Pennsylvania logo here. And you have a lot of nice detailing with the ladders and the grab irons. And there's even little details in the rivets. Now if you open the door, you don't see anything inside. It has a black sheet of plastic here, so it covers up the electronics that are inside of the car. Now looking down at the top of the car, you can see the wood grain that's molded into the plastic, and then you have this really nice metal grate. Very nice. Alright, so looking at the end of the car, you can see the nice metal grab irons continue on this side as well. You have the hidden coupler tabs and a nice brake wheel and piping detailing, and it's very nice. Lionel did a great job. Alright, so when you put the car on the track for the first time, you'll put it into program. You'll press the engine button, and I put mine as 34. So I put 3-4, and then at the bottom you press your set button. And then you would remove the car from the track, put it back into run, and then you can run it. So I've already done that. So after you do that, and you pick the number of the car, you can go to your info button right here, and you want to scroll over to the second part right there. And mine is already in it, but you would want to put it into freight sounds. So you would press that button to put it into freight sounds, and then just press the red button to return back. You can also program the name if you want, which I've already done. I put mine as the PRR stock car. Okay, so this car does have legacy features, so you can control the volume here with the up and down volume. That's turning it down right now. We'll put the volume all the way back up. And this button is not functional. These buttons below here turn on or off the rail clatter sounds. These buttons over here on the right side turn on or off the rail scraping sounds. We'll come to this aux 3 button a little bit later. The R button right there is to reset the sounds. The light function buttons are not functional. There are no lights on this car. And this would turn off the sounds. And this button up here turns on the flat wheel sounds. I'll go over that shortly. But to start off with the sounds, you can press the loading sounds here. This is the loading sound.
Okay, let's get this cattle loaded up. Go, yeah! That's great. Keep them rolling.
And you can press it again to get a different sequence.
All right, boys, round them up and herd them in. Switch those gates. They're getting even more confused. Next stop's for feed and water. We'll be adding a few head, too.
And then yet again.
Keep those cows a-moving. Careful there. Watch those gates. All right, that's great. You really steered them in.
And then the button just below it is the unloading sounds. There's 3 different unloading sounds.
Let's start unloading from the back. Make sure you spray off those ramps, too. That's how it's done. Let's get these steer unloaded. Go, yeah! That's how it's done. Let's start unloading from the back. Keep scooping out that mess. Alrighty, we got empty cars and we're on time.
So as you can hear, that's pretty awesome. There's 3 different unloading and loading sounds. And then over here you have your quilling cow sound. The bell does not make any sounds. And I'll demonstrate this sound here. This is the aux 3 button, and it is just hysterical. It sounds like a cattleman getting run over by a steer. It's hilarious. It's pretty comical, actually. It's pretty funny. All right, so one of the other cool features is the flat wheel sounds, which is right here. So if you press that button, you'll hear this. And then when you stop the car, it automatically makes this sound.
Flat wheel's fixed. You can head out now.
So that guy talking was not activated by the remote. It was automatic after pressing the flat wheel sound. So it turns off the flat wheel sounds whenever the car stops, which is pretty neat. So again, this is the VISIONLINE stock car. It's pretty amazing, and they did come in 3 packs from LIONEL. In the 3 packs, there were 2 cars without sound and 1 sound car. There was a few different road names, and I'll list that picture here. You can see the different road names that were in the catalog. And last but not least, I do want to compare this car to the VISIONLINE stock car that came out years past, and just show you the differences of that real fast. So here we have on the left the VISIONLINE stock car. They came out, I would say, around 2008, give or take. And it's pretty amazing in its own right. You can tell that the scaling of it and the detail is just not there compared to the new VISIONLINE stock cars. The main difference, as you can see, though, is when you open the doors on this car, there is a cow inside. Now, this grass I stuck in here just like as an added little detail. But that's one cool thing about the older cars, is they had the cow figures you could see inside. The other thing about the older cars is on the end there is end of train blinking device right here. Both cars do have rear firing electrocouplers, and I'll demonstrate that on this one here, on the new one. So you would just fire it by pressing the rear coupler on your remote here. and it comes with a little sound. There is one other sound. There's a heavy metallic sound if you press the aux 1 key. Not very loud. So another main difference between these cars is the older car, when you assign the road number to it, put it in as 93. This one has a different sound set where you press this little flag button and it makes a ding. We're listening to this car now, the older one. And it does do automatic mooing while it's at a standstill, which this one does not. This one does not do the rail sounds though, moving down the track. See how this one doesn't make any sounds? But it does make the same mooing cow sounds. And it has some different sounding unloading and loading sounds. They're just a bit different than the newer ones.
Yeah, get in there, you cows.
Then you have like the unloading sound.
Hey, get out of there.
So it's a lot more basic compared to the new ones. So the new ones have a lot different sound sets in them, and they're a lot more detailed. And I'm really really happy to have both of them to show you both at the same time here.